Bonjour, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me okay. Hello. If anybody's here, welcome. Let me know in the chat section if you can hear my voice. I just want to make sure that... Hi, Margaret. Loud and clear. Merci beaucoup. Okay, good. How you guys doing? It's been a minute. I'm going to give it a couple minutes for people to join. And then let me reply to my friend real quick. All right. How you guys doing? Welcome. Feel free to say hi in the chat section. Make yourself comfortable. I hope you guys are comfortable already. I know I have my cup of tea that's really hot. Hi, Susan. Yes, I'm so happy. I finally made it to the live stream. It's been a minute. It's been since October, actually, you guys. It's been a while, right? Can't believe how many months has gone by. End of last year, you know how it is, end of the year, you get so busy with, everything. Christmas, New Year's. My dad was there for 2 months. Then we went on a vacation. You're drinking green tea. I am drinking green tea too. I think I'm on my second refill of this bad guy. The usual. You guys are used to it. Welcome to everybody. All right, my love. So the first question that I usually ask during my live stream is, what are you guys grateful for? It's been a while. You must have so many things you guys are grateful for. Hi, Kathy. Welcome, my love. I am cracking I have a little, I don't know, it's dry and cracked here. I'm looking for lip balm. I need to get something, and I don't have anything here. Give me 1 second. There we go. Oh, that hurts so much. You can see it right here. It's like when you open your mouth, it cracks. It's only on that side. And apart from that, my lips are not dry. Anyhow. Kathy, your wedding is in May? That's next month. Oh my goodness, you must be losing it right now. You're so close to the date. How's the planning? How's everything going? Let me know. I want to know. All right, you guys. So what are you guys grateful for? Let me know in the chat section. Kathy says yes. I can only imagine. I remember when I got married. Oh my goodness. We got married in Barbados. Michelle, my belle. Welcome. Welcome to the live stream. It's been a while since October of 2021. That was my last live stream, you guys. It took me a minute to get back to it. And yeah, I've been missing it. I just didn't take the time. At first, I didn't have the time. But after that, I just didn't take the time. But I'm back. So what are you guys grateful for? What are we drinking? I missed you too, guys. I missed you too. Thank you, Kathy. Yes, Barbados was heaven on earth. It was also, for us, it was kind of budget friendly because not everybody can afford to go to Barbados. Therefore, your guest list gets a lot smaller. and then it got it was a little bit cheaper than what we expected, which was great. And also, we're very laid back people, Nigel and I. We don't expect much. We just wanted something mellow where people have fun, where we have fun. It was really nice. It was a great experience. My family spoke about it for months afterwards. We did things properly. We did a lot of things ourselves, but we did things properly. And I think that to this day, it was 10 years ago, it was 2011. It was on November 11, 2011. So 11, 11, 11. And I think to this day, people still remember the wedding. You know what I mean? Ooh, pipeline punch spritzer. Yes. Grateful for life. And I just finished a smoothie. Yes, Margaret. I am grateful for the life that I have too, especially when you see what's going on in the world right now with the war in Ukraine. And it makes me really grateful to have what I have, to have the lifestyle that I have. And I really hope that we'll be able to enjoy life as it is for as long as we can, because you guys, this is crazy. All right, what are you guys grateful for? What are we drinking? I am on green tea right now, and it feels good. Yeah, I'm on green tea. I want to start with the first subject. If you guys, hi. Oh my gosh, hi Tara, how are you? Oh, thanks, Tara. Tara is a family member from Barbados. She was at our wedding, so she could tell you about it. Michelle is drinking wine. Yes. Happy Friday to you too, Michelle. Do you add anything to your tea? I do. I add honey. Donna, my love. Welcome, ma chérie. How's the doggy? The only thing I add is honey. I don't like milk. I'm lactose intolerant, and I just don't like to add any type of substance to water like that. I don't know. To me, it's either you drink something that's like a milk base, either cow milk or almond milk or whatnot. I can only drink almond milk or goat milk. I never really tried, but I can only drink like vegetable based type of milk, and those are already very watered down, so I don't like to add it to my tea. I like my tea to be water based and a little bit of honey, and then c'est tout. That's it, you know. um Kathy, yes, I have a big thing for Coach lately. I don't know what it's been. You know where it is? It's over there. I got this one in February, I think. Is it February? Yeah, it was in February. So, Kathy's referring to a Coach bag that I bought and that I've been showcasing on my Instagram a lot, a little too much. Um, Originally, I didn't want to get it. It's just too expensive. It's ridiculous. But the Louis Vuitton multi pochette, something like that. Um, the price is just stupid, and then they just raised the price again, making it so expensive for no reason, you know. Hi, Lisa. Welcome, welcome. Um, so I got vexed at Louis Vuitton. I was like, screw you guys. I'm not spending $2,000. I don't even know how much it was for such a small little piece of nothingness that you can put 2 tampons in and it's full. Like, what's the point? I went to Coach looking for something similar, and I found this one in the men collection. And I was like, holy crap. This is exactly what I need in my life. I just wish it had the chain, but I had a chain from another bag from Coach, from this bag actually. This bag comes with, you can detach this, and it comes with like a little chain. And so I attached that to the one that I got, and then voila, ta-da. Nice and easy. And that cost me barely $300. Okay. Okay. All right, you guys. I'm gonna start by, and of course, if you guys have any questions during this live stream, any subjects you guys want me to talk about, Go in the chat, put the question out there. I am going to talk about different subjects. And once in a while, I'll stop. I'll go through the chat, see if you guys have any questions you want me to answer or any comments or whatnot. And then I'll answer them, okay? Yeah, man, they make it so expensive to keep us in clientele, which makes me say all the time that even if I have the money, I ain't buying it. I know. I agree with you. And here's the thing, like once in a while, like for my 40th birthday last year, I really wanted to get myself like a Yves Saint Laurent bag. And I should have, because they didn't raise the price at the point. But I couldn't justify spending so much money in just one item. It made no sense to me, and so I didn't buy it. And now they raised the price again, and I'm like, shit, I should have done it then. Um, but then you ask yourself, what is it that you're buying? You're buying the name of the brand. You're buying, you know, being part of that club, I guess. And it still doesn't justify. It's really a social thing. They get you on their reputation. You want to be part of it, you need to spend the money. Oh, she's got one of those bags, that means she can afford to have one of those bags. But here's the funny part of this. The other day I was going to the gym, and in front of my gym there's a bus stop. um, a regular bus stop going, wherever. It doesn't even matter where it was going. At the bus stop, this girl was standing, waiting for the bus. She wasn't wearing anything particular. Like, she was wearing regular clothes. It's not like she was wearing Gucci shoes and Chanel this and whatever. But she did have that very expensive, I can't remember if it was Chanel or whatever, designer bag. I think it was either Chanel. I think it was Chanel, because I was kind of shocked of seeing this random girl wearing such an expensive. My hair just slapped my face, like, Luisa, shut up. But she was wearing such an expensive bag, like Chanel's bag for now. Right now, they go for $5,000. Um, so it had me really, like, I was like, really? So what does that do for the image of the brand? Like, what are we doing here? If anybody who's waiting for the bus can get a Chanel bag, or anybody that's taking the subway is wearing Louis Vuitton, or like, I don't know. It makes no sense. It didn't justify anything. Like, why am I paying so much money for something that I'm gonna see on anybody, that I'm gonna see on a person taking the subway, or somebody? It doesn't make me feel any special. So I much rather save my money, buy something cheaper, you know and it keeps us poor. Spending all that money on luxury stuff, I'm sorry, but it's not going to make us any richer. It's not. It's going to keep us still trying to pay our rent and our bills, and it makes no sense. So as much, I think I rather dream about it than get it. I like the fantasy of it, I think, more than having it at this point. Anywho, all right. So that being said, let's talk about, what was I going to talk about? I was going to catch up on hair things. I wanted to start with the last video that I posted about the DIY aloe vera and flaxseed, you guys. Um, so when I posted this video, it was pretty much the first time that I really like put in my hair on clean hair and saw the final result with you guys. And it was really good. Now, I want to give you guys an update on what's been happening since, because I've been using this leave-in since I posted this video, which it's been over a week now. I mean, I filmed this video before I posted it, so I've been using it for over a week now, if that makes sense. When I first used the product on my hair, you saw the result. My hair was juicy and super hydrated. And I think that a lot had to do with, not a lot, but One of a good reason for that was the Garnier Fructis 1 minute hair mask. That gave my hair a lot of nutrition, hydration. Now, the flaxseed and aloe give a lot of softness and a little bit of hold. Um, and I don't know, I think it helped. The combination of the two gave us a really nice end result. The next day, I don't remember what I did, but the day after that, I refreshed with the flaxseed gel and the aloe vera, the what I had left over from that day. Um, Amazing result, but I didn't put any Garnier Fructis. I would just use the mixture, the DIY mixture, to refresh my hair. And I had a really nice result, but the hydration did not hold as long as it did on day one, if that makes any sense. So still a nice shine, a nice hydration, little to no hold. I would say 2 out of 5 on the hold. Also, the flaxseed that I used was watered down. It was the second batch of flaxseed. I think I edited that part off. But for those of you familiar with my videos on how I make flaxseed gel, I have when I make my flaxseed, I had 2 ways of doing it. Well, I have one way of doing it, but I'm doing it in 2 steps. The first is the first batch of flaxseed gel, the water boil, let it cool down, take out the gel, and then the flaxseed that is left, I put more water, I boil it again, and I get a second batch. So the second batch is always a little bit watered down, and I usually use it to refresh my hair on the day 2 or to, you know, give a little bit of freshen up my curls. That's the flaxseed that I use. So the second batch is the flaxseed that I use for the DIY. So the flaxseed originally was watered down, which gave me a very watery, once I mixed it with the aloe vera, it gave me a very watery feel to the concoction. So much so that I transferred it into, is that English? Into a spray bottle. So now I'm applying it using a spray bottle, which makes a big difference because you saw it on the video. I was like, oh, yay, this is very liquid. So now I put it in a spray bottle. Perfect. It's amazing to apply it on my hair. So I recommend that you guys use a spray bottle for this DIY. Um, and it's giving me the shine. It's giving me the like it. This is pretty much me refreshing my hair on the day 3 with flaxseed and aloe vera. So you see, I still have the shine, I still have the bounce to my curls, but as the day goes by, I'm losing a lot of that. My hair is not holding on to anything. And so by the next morning, my hair is very dry. Okay. So I want to say the difference between a DIY product and, well, this DIY product particularly, and a regular leave-in conditioner plus gel from the market is that the retention of moisture for my high porosity fine wavy curly hair is close to none. By the end of the day, my hair is frizzy, my hair is dry. And by day 2, I have to redo a whole routine because my hair is so thirsty. Okay, so that's the little update I wanted to give you guys on the DIY that I did last week. Let me catch up to what you guys been saying. It's just me. Yep, that's true. Straight hair. Yes. Thanks, Kathy. I can talk about this one too. Let me know if you have any questions about the DIY, about did you guys try to make it? How did it work for you? I'm very curious. How did it work on your hair? If for those of you who made it, how did it work for your hair? Do you have any tricks? Those little lovely white flicks in your hair. Oh, yay. Yeah, it's my highlights. Flaxseed and honey. Yes, adding Whitney, you're so right. Hi, Whitney. Um, so flaxseed and honey or flaxseed and aloe. Which recipe do you prefer? I didn't. You know what? I think I prefer flaxseed and aloe, to be honest. But I would like to, because when I did the flaxseed and honey, I put too much honey, so it was too strong. But I would like to add a little bit of honey to the flaxseed and aloe and see how that works. I wonder, like the hold will be longer for sure, but I wonder if I would retain the moisture longer, you know? Michelle, I have to leave. Oh, bye, Michelle. Thanks for stopping by. The hair being dry with this, yeah, right? Iman. Yes. It's you don't realize it at first, but after using it for a little bit, it's like, okay, I wish I had better retention, moisture retention with this DIY, but I don't give up. I know that one day I will find a DIY that will be the perfect balance for my hair for a little, for long term. Ah, oui. Okay. Sorry, Donna. I didn't get that. Yes. So the residue was another thing. You're right. It was funny because I was so happy about the result. It was so pretty and yeah, 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 yeah. And then I look in the mirror, I was like, oh, there's residue all over my hair. But I solved the problem really fast by, you saw it in the video, by filtering everything using pantyhose. And you guys, the amount of fiber that was left in the pantyhose was crazy. I didn't realize. I was like, no wonder why my hair looked so dirty. There's so much. And when the next day I went to the gym, and I don't know what I did, but I think I did this to my hair, whatnot, and a whole bunch of little white thing was falling off. I was like, oh, holy crap, this is ridiculous. I need to wash my hair. This is not. I find about the Bioterra gel because of your recommendation. I love the first day result, but I find it doesn't hold that well the next day. No, it's not a gel that's gonna hold for an extended period of time. To refresh, well, here's the thing. Bioterra is not a gel that is gonna give you hold for several days. At least the way I apply it on my hair, that's not what it does. Oh my gosh, leave me alone. Um, some girls, so I know that when you hold the cast for a long time, a lot of girls like to have a cast on their hair. When you keep that cast on day one, usually on day two, you can still rock. The gel still holds your curl. I'm not a cast person. I like to break that cast. I like my hair to be fluffy and free. And probably that's why my hair gets so dry towards the end of the day, because I just want my hair to feel organic, which you lose that organic feel when you have a cast on your hair. So I think that that's my theory. I didn't try it, but although if you keep that cast on day one, you don't scrunch it out. You keep it the whole day, and you do a pineapple at night. By day two, you should be able to, squeeze another day into that style. But what I do is that I refresh. Sometimes I use the Bioterra on one hand, a little bit of water, mix it, and then just run through and scrunch. Sometimes that's all my hair needs. Unfortunately, with the dry nature of my beautiful hair, I usually have to add a leave-in conditioner to give a little bit more moisture, or else by midday I'll have a frizz ball. But I have the good thing with Bioterra is that you can refresh your hair with it. You can reapply it on day two, sometimes even on day three, on fine hair, and it won't really weight your hair down. Again, stay away from your scalp, stay away from your roots. We want to keep that dry so it kind of flops up and it doesn't give the greasy, dirty look. You want to keep it on the length of your hair. But the Bioterra gel, that's why I love it so much, that you can reapply it 3 days in a row, light a little bit, not too much, but you can reapply it 3 days in a row, even four sometimes, and you will not get hair that is disgusting, dirty, weighted down. Of course, by day 3 or 4, your hair will not feel super clean. Let's be real, but it's nothing compared to other gels that I've been using. If you want a stronger hold and still kind of like the feel of the Bioterra, I recommend you go for the Widad Advanced Climate Control, which is the gel that I've been using lately because it's freaking April and it's raining every day. Today's a beautiful day though. Thank goodness, because like we had like 4 days in a row of gray rain and well. So, anyways, I've been wearing with that advanced habit control because I know that it's gonna give me. Yes, I just unzipped my pants because my belly is bloated. Because your girl's gonna have a period anytime soon. Oh, life is beautiful, isn't it? What was I? Yes, that will give you a stronger hold for a longer period of time. Another thing, I think the last thing on that subject, who was asking, Whitney? Whitney, were you asking? Non, pas Whitney. Qui c'est qui demandait? Ah oui, Kalina. The last thing I would say is that your styling technique can make a big difference on how long your product is going to. Of course, the nature of your hair. I have really dry hair, but the nature of your hair, but the styling techniques. So if you do hand curling, if you do finger coiling, if you do rake and shake, if you do, depending on your styling technique on when you apply your gel or how you apply your gel, and on your drying technique, are you air drying or are you diffusing? Um, it's going to have an effect on how your hair is going to take the gel and how long the hold is going to last. So try different ways, try different techniques, and see how your hair reacts to it. Let me catch up real quick. Aloe. C'est pas aloe. It's not aloe. It's aloe. Thanks, Donna. When I've tried to make the flaxseed gel in the past, I struggle so much with the straining process. Oh, I have a good trick for that. It was so hot. So Whitney, you have to let it cool down first. Yes, you could have let it cool down, no rush. Also, when you let it cool down, it gives time for everything to separate. So usually the flaxseed falls on the bottom, the gel stays on top, and the longer you wait, the stronger the gel gets. From that point, it's very easy to pour the gel that's on top into a container and leave the rest of the flaxseed in the casserole, in the pan, in the pan. Pan. Bon, don't know how do I say that word. um, and that's the part that you want to drain. Okay, so you have the majority of your flaxseed that you didn't have to do a thing. You maybe have one or two seeds in there, but you didn't have to do a thing. Um, and the little part with the whole, all the seeds has a little bit of gel. This is the part you want to like drain with a penny hoe or something. Filter. I don't know. You want to say filter maybe? Hope that makes sense, Whitney. Luisa, does your hair ever get oily? When my hair is straight, I do. Yes, it does. It does. It's a lot more noticeable because my hair being straight, the natural sebum can really like get on the length of my hair. And it's funny because when it's straight, I feel, or I don't know, maybe it's in my head, but I feel like it gets oily faster. It's in my head. It takes three days for my hair to really 3 to 4 days. By day 4, my hair starts to look a little bit oily. Lately, now the way the sebum is produced on your scalp depends on a lot. My hair decides to slap me all day. It depends on a lot of factors. You know, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know, but I know that it's like a kind of like a cycle type of thing. So, depending on how much you wash your hair, depending on a lot of factors, hormones, stress level, and all that, you can either produce a lot of sebum or not produce a lot of sebum. As I'm getting older, I feel like my sebum is getting lesser and lesser. I don't produce as much as I did when I was in my 20s or a teenager. So yeah, I want to say my curly hair never really gets oily like that because I don't give it time to get oily. And because of the curly nature of my hair, the oil doesn't really go anywhere. And I feel like my hair is a lot drier as when it's curly than it is when it's straight, which I think I mentioned. Pardon, I think I mentioned that in the video where I was straightening my hair. Um, yeah. So even if it gets oily, I feel like my hair is using it right away or something like that. What? Donna, are you kidding me? How is there snow coming? Jesus, I'm happy I don't live in Canada, girlfriend. I live in West Virginia. I'm about to cry. And the weather here is crazy as well. Sun and 75 degrees. And snow the next day. Oh, come on. What? No. Well, I mean, it's also that time of the year, but still, like snow. If it starts snowing now, you guys, I'll be crying. I don't want snow. We're moving into spring, into summer. Okay, the weather needs to be nice and warm. All right, my loves. Let me catch up with the next few, and then I'm gonna move on to the next subject. I did enjoy the texture and how light the bioterra gel was. I just bought Twist by Widad, and I'm really enjoying it. Really, huh? Is Twist heavy for you? I have to try it. I have to ask Widad to send it to me because I want to try it. But I thought that, from my understanding, Twist was more for a kinky hairstyle. So I thought that their line of product were going to be too heavy for my hair. But you're not the only fine curly hair girl, fine wavy to curly hair girl who's telling me that they like Twist. So now I'm wondering, I just bought two, but I haven't bought the hair gel yet. Okay. All right. Well, let me know. Keep me posted. Twist has different moisture level product. Okay. Yeah, I have to take a look into their products. I've been so happy with what I have right now that I have not been looking at other products. You know what it is when you have, and I did actually this year, I did a whole series video on my favorite conditioner, my favorite shampoo, my favorite leave-in, my favorite gels. And those are pretty much the brands that I've been using and that I'm happy with. And the thing is, once you're happy, once you have like a nice little combo of brands that you know you can rotate with, there's no need to go hunt for anything else, so yeah, that's why I'm not really doing a lot of videos on other products because I'm happy with what I found. Like the balance I'm getting in my hair right now is actually my favorite product, definitely my favorite product right now. And I'm so happy I reconciliated with Curlsmith is their multitasking. Multitasking, man, like yes. Oh, really? Okay, Whitney, good to know. If it's not broken, don't fix it. Yep, for sure. For sure. Okay, what was I going to talk about after this? I was going for oh shit. Sorry about that. Can you still hear me? I was going for the skin products. Let me know if you guys can still hear me. I think you can still hear me. Yes, because I didn't take out the microphone. Okay, you guys, okay, thank you. You guys, gua sha. Have you tried to do the gua sha thing? If you guys follow, for those of you, yes. Okay. Well, yes to hearing me, I guess. If you guys are following me on Insta, you've seen the few videos. Okay, thanks, Suzanne. Thanks, Kathy. Thanks, Donna. Perfect. You probably saw the few videos I did on the gua sha massage. And I also spoke about it real quick in my favorite products of winter 2022. That's the facial technique. Yes. So I originally, and I reordered because I love it so much. It's still in the box. And I love the packaging of this thing. Oh, I reordered the, look at how pretty the packaging. I'm doing a unbox it. I didn't plan it, but look at how pretty. Like this paper is so pretty. It's actual paper. It looks like fabric, but it's paper. So in my favorite favorite winter 2022, I spoke about the gua sha technique and a brand called Wildling. It's this brand right here, Wildling, and they have the Impress kit. I don't know how you called it, Impress collection. I reordered because first of all, my gua sha tool, like the massaging tool, it fell on the floor and broke. So I reordered a whole pack, and I ran out of the oil and the spray bottle. So okay, hold on, I'm struggling real quick. Voila. So I reordered the whole thing. This is how it looks like. This spray bottle smells so good. It's so good, but I wish it was a bigger bottle, you guys, because I can go through this in a week if I don't pace myself. Putain, mais c'est quoi ces packaging là? Woo! It's a workout to take the product out of the box. Yeah, this is it right here. Hold on. There we go. So I show it better on the video. That's the oil. There it is. That's the oil right here. I like how it has a pump on top. I'll show you. I love how it works. It has like a pump. So see this pump here takes the oil in. And I think it's super cute. I like it. And finally, the gua sha tool. Is that how you call it? Yeah, the gua sha Impress stone made of a meteorite. Some crazy stone. For those of you who didn't see the video, the stone is from an ancient mountain in China that was created when a meteorite hit the ground, and this stone came out. What's it called again? Something with a B. No, they don't say what the name of the stone is. Ah oui, Bian stone. Bian stone. This is everything, you guys. I mean, it's not everything, but it's a lot. So I'm already used to doing you know what? I wish it come with a little bag to put it in, but it doesn't. It's the one thing that's missing is a little bag to put the stone in, because you need to storage it somewhere, So, I'm already used to doing face massage using my hands, because technically your hands have everything you need to massage your face. I use the tip, I use the nickels, not sure. I use this part of my hand. There's an indent here that I will also use to put pressure in certain part of my face. Somebody asked me to do a video. Yes, my mom taught me when I was a little girl. I got it from my mommy. Somebody asked me to do a video where I show you guys how I do my face yoga. I guess that's how you call it, my facial massage. The thing is, I discover gua sha massages, and now I'm all about it, you guys. I'm discovering a beautiful world of gua sha massages. So like I told you, I already purchased this once, and I was able to do a video back in February. I don't remember March. No, not March. I think it was February. And then after these videos, a couple weeks later, I broke my gua sha and I freaked out. And so I reordered it. But before I reordered it, I went on Amazon to see what kind of gua sha I could find, right? And I bought a couple gua shas that are very affordable and that I want to show you guys, because when I did the video of my favorites, I didn't have those yet. So I wasn't able to show it to you. So first I was looking for a replacement for the one that I had broke, which is, so I found one that looks very similar, and there it is. Similar, right? It's the same stone. It's the same stone. It's similar shape, but it's slightly different. So that's the one I got from the Wilderling. And this is the one I got on Amazon after I broke the original one. I like this one a lot. First of all, it's heavier. The brand from that one is Witty. Witty, je sais pas. You pronounce it how you American pronounce it. I don't know how to pronounce this probably. I first of all love the packaging. It came in, where am I going to put this before it breaks? It came in this little bag, right? And in this little box. So that was the packaging pretty much, right? And it has a whole explanation on what each side is supposed to do. And it also comes with a little booklet, which I don't know where I put it. Oh, it's right here. Ta-da. It comes with a little booklet that, is that the one? No, it has a little book that I put somewhere. I don't know where. That shows you some massaging techniques, I think. So yeah, this one is a heavier, thicker stone than this one. This one is a thinner slice. This one is a thicker slice, and it has a lot more sides to it. So we have this right here, which I like to use for the cheekbones or for the jawline. This one, I don't really use it, but when I do, it's usually for the neck. And the ridges, this one, I like this side better. It's slightly curved and it has all those ridges. And so, I can go right here and then push it all the way up. Same thing on the other side, and then same thing on the forehead. That curve is everything because it goes with the curve of your face, And this I like to use it under the eye and over the eye here, on the eyelashes and eyebrows. Eyelashes. It's not eyelashes. See, I'm starting to get tired and I'm losing my words. Whitney, what's the benefits from these techniques? The benefit is drainage. There's a bunch of benefits. First, you get to drain your lymphatic nodes, which is pretty much, your lymphatic nodes pretty much what regulate the water circulation in your body, kind of thing. So your lymph nodes are going to be responsible for swelling when you're hurting. Let's say you sprain your ankle and it starts to swell, it's full of liquid. That's what your lymphatic node is going to do. It's going to send the water in there to either preserve or heal, or I don't know, or I'm not a doctor, but your lymphatic nodes is gonna bring the water to certain area of your body. And when you wake up from 8 hours of sleep, if you're a good girl, you're gonna have a lot of water in your face. You're gonna have a poofy eyes, a poofy face. And what you want to do is use stuff like this. So this one, how much did it cost me? I can't remember. It was like $12 maybe. If it was it was between $7 and $12. That's not even my favorite one. Where is it? That's my favorite one. I'm keeping it for after. That's not even my favorite one. I love the packaging. I love all of the sides that I can find, that I can have, and all of the options, but it's heavy. It's a heavy stone. And you want to use this for several minutes. You want to massage yourself. And it's a heavy stone to massage yourself with. And it's not easy to, like, it doesn't stay in your hand easily, kind of thing. Like, it's this side here was unnecessary for me, or I don't know how to use it properly. This one gets in your hand a lot easier. It's a better, and it's a thinner slice. Anyways, benefits: it drains your lymphatic nodes, which means that all the poofiness that you have when you first wake up in the morning, or if you had too much alcohol the night before, or by massaging everything out of your face and then down and away, or out here, you're pushing all the liquids out, and you give more definition to your face. You give more, like, you'll find that the poofiness under your eyes, like here. Let me see. I would use it like this. Here. After doing it for a few minutes, you're gonna see that one side is flat when the other side is still puffy because you didn't do it. There's a lot of before and after pictures on the internet where they show how your face, the face of the girl, looks after, on the right side after doing it, and on the left side before doing it. You can see the comparison between the two. And it's like, oh my gosh. So one, she has like the poofiness under the eyes. She's like a little bit fuller on the cheeks. And the other side, it's like very flat and curved. You can see the curves under her cheekbones. You can see like the definition on her jawline. Another thing it does is it stimulates blood flow to your skin. And when you do that on a regular, it kind of stimulates everything in there. So the collagen, everything that's going to plump your skin back up. Now, I'm not saying that it is better than Botox, because Botox, although I never tried Botox, I was that close to do it, and I decided not to do it. But, pardon. Botox, you put the injections in, and it kind of like relaxes everything, and all the lines are gone and whatnot. Excuse me. Ma belle, je suis en plein live stream, je peux te rappeler après? À tout à l'heure. Bisous. Sorry, that's my sister. Okay, so qu'est-ce que je disais? I was saying, although Botox, or whatever hyaluronic acid injection you would do, you see the effects right away. This, I believe that when doing this for several months regularly, the fact that you stimulate your skin and you create friction and you create like blood flow, the cells kind of rejuvenate themselves. And I think that in the long run, after years and years of doing that, you will then see the benefits of it. And it's never too late to start. I'm starting now. Well, I've been massaging my face, but this is more intense than massaging the face. And the way I go at it, it's a little bit stronger than what I've seen online. Although I've seen some girl going crazy. Oh my goodness. She had like red marks on her face. She's like, yeah, that's good. Don't worry. It will go by tomorrow. You can put some makeup. Like if you have a bruise on your face, you need to stop. Okay. Now, I think in China they use gua sha massage for the body and they bruise the body. Like it's painful and it's not fun. We're not going to do that on our face, okay? That's not the goal. Let me show you my favorite one, and I think it was the cheapest one. It's this one. This is the shape of it. Okay, so difference is that it has no bridges at all, right? I have zero bridges. Everything is polished and voila. This, how do you say in English? It goes with the shape of my face perfectly. Very easy to hold it in my hands. Very lightweight. It is even thinner than the comment ça s'appelle? Waddling one. Okay, it's even thinner than this one. Definitely thinner than this one. And it really goes with the shape of my face. Every angle worked very well with my face. I love this thing. I love it, love it, love it. Okay. Now you can find this one with all of them with different stones. Okay. And for those of you who believe in the effect of gemstones on the body, you can go crazy. Okay. You can go for a jade stone, a rose quartz. I almost got a rose quartz. You can go for an amethyst. Now, the one thing you have to be careful of is the authenticity of the stone. Sometimes they'll tell you it's one stone when really it's another one that they just dyed, for example. So you have to make sure that you're getting exactly the stone that you want. I stayed with that black, what do you call it again? Beyond stone, because I just love I have a good feeling about that stone, and it reminds me a lot of moldavite, which is a stone that it's a tektite. It's not a stone. It's not a gemstone. It was created by a meteorite hitting the ground, and so the properties of those are usually superior to our regular beautiful gemstones that we have on planet Earth. You know, they come from far, far away, and they were created in a way that was pretty intense, and it vibrates with my vibrations very well. So I decided to get all of the others with the same. Mais tu vas arrêter de me casser les couilles, toi, c'est pas possible. I'm sorry. Today my hair decided to be a real pain in the buttocks. um, yeah, so I decided to get all of them. Well, this one came with the package, but I decided to get all of them the same stone because it just resonated with me so well. Voilà. I think that's it. That's that. So yeah, I really encourage you to try. I've put those two in my Amazon store. I think it's under cosmetic or something. But if you go in my Amazon store, which is linked down here somewhere, you should be able to find them. I really, really encourage you guys to start massaging your face, whether it's with your hands or with the stones. But every morning when you wake up, after you're done brushing your teeth, put a little bit of oil on your hands. First of all, spray some mist water or even better, rose water. You know my favorite one. It's from the Heritage brand. Don't make me go to my bathroom to get it. But it's spray just rose water. I don't know if I did a rose water DIY, but I can do another one if you want. So easy to do. Well, Donna, it's not that it helps reduce wrinkles, but it prevents from, I want to say, it slows down the wrinkle process because you're stimulating the blood in your face regularly once to twice a day, because you can do it first thing when you wake up in the morning, and it's a very relaxing thing to do before bedtime or while watching your favorite Netflix show, Netflix and chill, I have my gua sha and I'm like going for it. It's very relaxing. So really it's the fact that you are regularly stimulating the blood flow to your face that prevents or help keep things nice and fresh, if that makes any sense. I'm not a professional, you guys. It's a lot of it, a lot of that to me is instinctual. Is that English? It just makes sense and vibrates with me. And usually that's how I work for a lot of things that has to do with the body. If it feels right, it's probably right. Like there's something there. And this feels organic, it feels natural, it feels right. It's something that was passed down from my mom, and I will pass it down to my daughter. This gua sha situation was passed down for centuries in China, and now we're hearing about it here. So it just things like that make sense to me, right? Okay, let me catch up with you guys. Let me remind you if you have any subjects you want me to talk about. I have a couple that I am going to, sorry, one second. I have a couple that I'm going to talk about, and we're going to navigate through them. But if you have anything, any question, any subject, you get in that chat, you ask your question. Once in a while, I'm going through everything that you guys are saying. I'm answering the questions, okay? Which I'm about to do right now. So let's see. Benefits done. How much did it cost? I told you. Yes, it's formed to the shape of my face. Thank God, Dana. How would I speak English without you? uh, does the rose water give you tightening effect on your face? I don't know. I don't know if that's part of the properties. I would have to do some research on that. You sound as though you're a very intuitive. I think I am. I pay attention to my intuition, and as I am getting older, I'm trying to listen to that little voice more and more. It's not always easy, and it's often scary, but at the end of the day, it ends up being the right decision most of the time. Yay! I love to read little things like that. Thank you, Luisa. My curls are rocking. Still need to work on the frizz. My love, embrace the frizz. There's no point fighting it. Frizz is part of the curly journey. So as long as it's manageable, just embrace it or learn to be comfortable with it. If your curls are rocking, that's all that matters. The frizz is gonna be there regardless. Any favorite teas you're drinking lately? Yes, and I forgot the name again. I have to go online. Comment ça s'appelle déjà? Comment il s'appelle le thé? I forgot the name again. I'm sorry. The name of the tea is cherry something. Cherry blossom. Non, c'est pas cherry blossom, no. It's I'm sorry. I'm looking for the tea brand and I can't find it. I'm sorry. But the one that I'm drinking right now, no, it's a cherry green tea. Maybe that will pop out. Cherry green. Voila, found it. Okay, so the brand that I like is Adagio tea, and that's my favorite tea right now. Let me copy the link. I'll put it in the chat. That's the one I've been drinking. Wow, that's a long link. Sorry about that. That's my favorite of the moment. But I also like the comment il s'appelle l'autre? Green tea. Boom. There's another green tea from this brand. All the teas that I buy is from this brand. Ah oui, voilà, the lychee rose green. That's the other one that I really like. This one is delicious. That's another one I recommend. Voilà. Hey JC, how are you, girlfriend? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. Oh my gosh, Whitney, you're still drinking that one. I loved that one. At first, I was like, what is this? I'm not gonna like this. And then you know what? I loved it after a while, but it lasts me a solid year or 6 months. I can't remember how long it lasts, but it lasts for a while. I was so surprised. It's good, right? Did you try it? Iced. Iced wasn't bad too. Oh, the tea thermos. That is an old. I don't know. Well, I don't know if you can see because the ring light is too strong. But this thing, well, you see it on my videos. I usually start the video pouring myself a cup of tea. Look at this. This shit is old, girlfriend. This is like, I don't know, maybe 5 years old already. Is it though? Maybe something like that. And that's from David's Tea, and I don't think they make them anymore. And I want to show you real quick. This is where you put your tea. You see how hot this is? I love this thing. I love. This is my favorite thing in the world. I love this thing. So, do you see how big the thing is? You can fill that up with tea. So, what I do is at first I put a little bit, and that's day one. On day two, I put a little bit more tea. On day three, that's like 3 days of tea. And every time I would just refill. So, well, I can't show you there, but I've been filling this for the past 3 days. And I just put hot water, and a little bit of honey. And the tea gets infused every time. And of course, the first batch is getting lighter and lighter, but then you put some more, and it just, and my tea is pretty good. It's pretty intense. Um, um, Sonia, I have to write this down. It sounds familiar. Il est où mon carnet? Ouch. Je vais l'écrire là. Biosense Squalane. Biosense. The squalane that I get is from The Ordinary. It's pretty good and super affordable. Plus Vitsi rose oil. Got it. Let me put my gua sha away because I think we're done with that subject. Be able to move to the next one. I'm still working on the chocolate caramel. So, Donna, I was looking for this thermos on Amazon and I couldn't find any. Nothing. Maybe I was not researching the right words. If you do find one, can you share the link with me, please? Because I may not have done the right research. I don't know. But there was nothing like this. And it's nothing, I mean, it's nothing special. It is a really good thermos. But I was not able to find anything similar on Amazon. Okay, cool. Thank you. All right, my loves. I'm gonna move on to. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the next subject. 1 second. One second, my love. So I'll be right there. Boom. There we go. Okay, next subject I wanted to talk about was in relation to my last story on Instagram. For those of you who follow, in the past couple of days, I've been sharing my um, what I eat in a day, right? And when I stop and start my fast. So I wanted to, and I was surprised to see all the questions that I got in my DMs from what I was sharing. So I wanted to talk a little bit more about that, you know. And if you have any questions about intermittent fasting, how I practice it, what I do, I'm gonna tell you a little bit more about it right now. But you know what to do in the chat. If you guys have more questions, I'm, happy to answer them. So I've been practicing intermittent fasting for I don't even know how many years. I actually was doing it naturally without even knowing that I was doing it because it was not a thing before. It's been a thing for the past, 6 years or so. Um, but I didn't have a name for it, and I was hoping that I was not doing anything wrong to my body. The thing is, at some point in my journey, I decided to only eat when I was hungry. And I was practicing what I call intuitive eating, which means that I only eat when I'm hungry and I stop eating when I'm full. Not just that, I pay attention to the type of food that I put in my system and how it makes me feel. It's a long process, you guys, because you have to be in tune with your body and you have to be able to feel what food does to you and how it makes you feel and how long it lasts for and all that good stuff. So it's a long process, but if you are open to it, it's something that can change your life and change your relationship to food, with food. Je sais pas. So I realized that when I put a certain type of food in my system at certain time, it was just not working for me. For example, I used to wake up and have a bowl of cereal with at first with cow milk, regular cow milk, for my whole life, and I didn't know then that I was lactose intolerant. I've discovered that I was lactose intolerant when I think I was 27. I think I was around 27 years old when I realized that I was. And once I realized, I switched the cow milk for almond milk. The thing is that after a big fat bowl of cereal, although I was adding fruits in it, like I would put apples, I would put raisins, I would put walnuts or whatnot, I would fall into what I call a food coma type of thing, where for the rest of the morning, my brain would not function properly in the sense that I would be in kind of like what do you call this? Like a fog, brain fog. I would have a brain fog on a regular. Naturally, I feel like I'm already on the brain fog 24/7. So you can only imagine how much I was like not high but borderline. Like it was not fun. No energy, brain fog, no, like, and I didn't like that. I was like, I'm filling up my stomach with so much food with a big bowl and a big bowl of cereal. It's heavy. It's like, it's supposed to hold you up for a long time. But my brain function is like stupid, like it's zero. And I did not like that. So I decided to switch with a hard boiled egg. And I can't remember what else, but it was like more like protein and fat instead of carbs and sugar. And the difference was amazing. Like I had that energy I needed. I felt lighter in my body because I didn't have a heavy bowl of cereal in my stomach sitting there for hours. I felt lighter, and I also was a lot more focused, a lot sharper. Okay, so that's how, for me, that's how this whole journey started. I started to switch from eating that bowl of cereal every morning to having eggs and toast and a fruit, or I don't remember exactly. I think it was eggs, toast, and a fruit, something like that. And it made the whole difference. And from there, my appetite changed. So I was not as hungry throughout the day. And I was able to start changing a lot of things in my diet. And I realized after a while that my eating window gets smaller. And I started to notice the effect on my body. At that time, I didn't have the words for that. I'm talking 2007, you guys. I'm talking 2008, around that time. Okay. I didn't really know what was going on, but I could see that my body shape was changing a little bit. The energy level I had was better. I was eating less food. I was craving less sugar, which is a big deal because sugar addiction is a real thing and it's annoying. And that's how it started. And I realized that by the time it was like 6 7 p.m., I was kind of like having my last meal of the day, and I was done for the rest of the night. When before, I'd have to snack at like 9 p.m. I would open a bag of something and eat it without. And that like slowly changed. And then came the term intermittent fasting, and then YouTube, and then all these videos. And I think it's only a few years ago that I think it's 2014 or something like that, that I finally put a name on something that came to me so naturally. And it also reassured me to hear all these benefits, because I wasn't sure if I was not eating enough, if I was developing an eating disorder, although my body was fine. Like, it for sure was not a eating disorder, but I had the validation from um, the doctors, from the professionals, that yes, this is healthy, this is good for you, go for it. And I got to learn so much more. I got to learn about the keto diet and all this stuff. So fast forward to today. How do I practice intermittent fasting? First of all, let's rewind a little bit. I went through different phases, okay? Because once you go down that rabbit hole, there's so much things to learn about it. There's different windows you can play with, and you can see the effect on your body and yada, yada, yada. But I know today that I am comfortable between two windows, the 16-8, which means that I will fast for 16 hours a day, and I would have an 8-hour window where I feed my body. Usually, that 8-hour window is during the time of the day that I need it the most. So, um, when I'm working, when I'm busy, when I have to do things. Um, I like to, before I end my fast, so in the last few hours, that's when I like to go work out, because my body is at a point where it's gonna be more effective for me to work out right before I break my fast. So on the 14th, 15th, 16th hour of my fast, that's when I like to give it a good workout, um, and then I break my fast. So when I was sharing my story for the past, I think it lasted 2 days. I think I did like 48 hours. Um, you can see that I say I break my fast, or I'm starting my fast at like 5:30 p.m. or 6 p.m. I don't remember what time it was. And then I had a workout, which I didn't post about until a bit later. And then I broke my fast at like 11:30 a.m., I think. And I was at the gym that morning from 9 to 10 or something like that. And so you see what I break my fast with, and then I have to put in my highlights so you guys can see it. And then I post the reel about my workout. And some people were like, wait a minute, was that workout before you broke your fast? And I was like, yes, this is what I do. This is a glimpse of what I do, because it's a reel. Let's be real. Here's how I do my workout reel. I do my workout. I give my all to my workout. No filming, no nothing. I am focused on the exercise. I do my workout. Once I'm done, then I go back on some exercises and I film them for you guys. So by the time I am filming myself, I've already done all the work. My body's already tired. I have a little bit left in me, just enough to do a few series in front of a camera. And then I create the reel and then I post it. So I'm not, what you see is not me, except when I'm doing cardio, but if I'm on the treadmill, that's me on the treadmill. But when I do the push-ups or whatever, the abs exercise, I've already done my workout. It's already been done. Now I'm showing you what I've done. Okay, just so you know. And so that's good, Donna. That's a good one. So I showed that and people asking me, hey, did you do that before you break your fast? So yes, I'm able to do that because that's what I've been doing for years. My body's used to it. But I just don't want people to think that as soon as you're starting intermittent fasting, you should go and do workouts on the last couple hours. Like you need to slowly build yourself to get there because you may pass out. Like it takes a minute for your body to adapt to the situation, to because you know you have insulin resistance that you have to break through. Like you have to give your body time to adapt to this new pattern. Once you get to a point where I don't know, on the 16th hour you still feel clear and good and you have good energy, then you can start incrementing a workout into the whole situation. Okay? Let me see if you guys have any questions. So Donna is saying she does a noon to 8 p.m. This is a good one. The cool thing with that is that you can, with intermittent fasting, is that you can really adapt it to your lifestyle. Now, as some people say, it's slowly. Pardon. Yeah, it really depends on your condition when you start. If you have not if you're not somebody who works out to begin with, you really have to take it slow, you know. If you're already overweight and you have a food addiction, a huge food addiction, you really have to detox from that first before you go and do a workout on the last 3 hours of your fast. You know, you have to really listen to your body and take it slow. Now, some people think that it's not, some people say it's not the best for social life because, well, when everybody wants to go out and have a drink, you already started your fasting window. The thing is that you can move your window. You can, you know, make sure that you can change it to wherever you want to be. You want it to be. And yes, you're right. A 12-12 window is the easiest way to go. You fast for 12 hours and you have a 12-hour window. That's like your baseline. It's the easiest. Because you sleep for what? Let's say 7 hours on an average. So 7 hours already done. That leaves you what? 5 hours, right? So 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yes, 5 hours left. Maybe 2 to 3 hours before bedtime. Let's say 2.5 hours before bedtime, you stop eating. And 2.5 hours after you woke up, you don't eat anything. You just drink tea, water, or coffee without sugar. And boom, you have a 12-hour fast. If you can hold that for a week without any problem, then you can do 1 more hour the week after that. So you have a 13-hour fast. And then you hold that for a week. Was that easy? Yes. So let's do a 14-hour fast. And you see how slowly, week after week, you're able to move the hours more and more. Now, there's going to be a point where your body's going to be like, wait a minute. It's like 10 a.m. You haven't eaten anything. I'm starving. I'm going to give you a headache. I'm going to give you, you know. So, see what happens. Do you want a little bit of sugar? Do you want to start eating something? Do you think you can push yourself a little bit more? Are you at work? You need the brain, like you need the energy. What are you going to put in your body? What is the first food what's the first nutrition that you're going to give your body at that moment? Ask yourself, like, conscious eating. What are you choosing to put in your body right now? Is it going to be sugar? Is it going to be, what is it going to be? I showed what I was putting in my system, and it's mostly mixed vegetables, an egg, and that bread that I don't know how you call it. I call it fitness bread. I'll show you a picture. I'll show you a link. But the first things that you're gonna put in your body is going to be very important. Here, I'm putting an Amazon link. Alors, copie, coller. Boom. That's the bread I'm talking about. That's my bread of the moment. I've been eating that bread for years. I used to eat that bread when I was a little girl in France because my dad is diabetic. So he was not able to just eat regular baguette all the time. Like, he would go for bread like that. So I'm used to eating that type of bread since I'm a little girl. And it was easy for me to get back to it. Now, I like to toast this bread. Like, I put my toaster to the maximum. If you want the bread, I like my bread toasted. So if you toast the bread, put your toaster to the maximum to get a nice toast on that bread. But put it back to low or medium for if anybody else needs to use a toaster. Ella's been yelling at me because I leave the toaster on max and then she puts her bread and it's completely burned. Anyways. So yeah, the first food that you're going to be put in your system is going to be crucial. You want to make sure that it's nutritional. You want to make sure you have enough fat, you have enough protein, you have enough fiber. You want to have veggies. You want to have a little bit of everything. I put a bit of cheese, a little bit of animal, something like either meat or eggs or whatnot, a little bit of veggies, some carbs. I drink a glass of juice, and then I'm good to go. I have a sweet tooth, so sometimes I'm going for some chocolate or Ella snacks because I need something sweet. I have, that's just how I am. But yeah, this is what I wanted to talk about. If you guys have any questions about how I do my diet on intermittent fasting and all that, go in the chat, ask your questions. I'm happy to answer them. Now, throughout the day, usually when I have a good meal, and my meal is around between, I want to say 10:30 and noon. Depends on the day. Sometimes I have booking around noon, so I have to either eat before or eat during the booking because by noon I usually, well, depends. It depends. Sometimes I can push myself until 1 or 2 p.m. But sometimes I eat during the booking, and my clients are super cool. They let me do what I want. We've been working together for so many years now. But yeah, usually this is when I break my fast. So it's already midday, and I try my best to have my last meal before 7:30 p.m. At 7:30, the latest, I close the kitchen. Usually by 4 p.m., I'm hungry and I need to have my second meal. That's usually the case. 4 p.m., I'm like, my body, 6 hours later, my body's like, okay, we need energy now. And that's when I usually do my second meal, which I shared. And it's, again, mixed vegetables. Sometimes I do, usually I keep it light, but sometimes I do meat. Uh, I don't remember what I put in there, but it's very similar to the breakfast. It depends on what I cook. Sometimes I cook rice. Sometimes I do less veggie lasagnas. Right now we have mixed potatoes. Well, right now we have pizza because it's Friday night, and you guys know what we do on Friday night. um, I try to go to bed at around 10:30, 11 p.m. If I go later than that, I'm really tired the next day. And I try to keep that routine from Monday to Sunday, because if on the weekend I'm like, oh, it's the weekend, I'll go to bed later, I just disrupt my cycle and I'm screwed up for the next week. So I try to be a good girl and go to bed, like shut things out at around 10. By 10:30, I need to lay down and, start to really like get into a dark room and like either meditate or, guys, I've been starting to do meditation. Yes, I have. And it's the only time I'm willing and able to do meditation. Because let's be real, it's not something I want to do in the middle of the day. It's just before bedtime when I have nothing else to do and it's time to really calm my mind down. Um, yes, I love meditation too now. It's just it's hard to get to incorporate the routine in your everyday life. It's really annoying. It's like I don't want to stop what I'm doing right now. I My brain doesn't want to stop thinking in the middle of the day, or I don't know. The only time my brain wants to be quiet is before bedtime. So that's when I started to put meditation into the picture. Um, but yeah, intermittent fasting is pretty much a lifestyle that has so many good benefits to your body that I'm I mean, I don't know, I always go back to it. Don't get me wrong, there are times where I stop it. Um, Especially around the time of my period, like right now, the week of, when I feel like the hormones are making me a little too sensitive, where I'm craving things. Like I give my body, I want to say, a break. It's not really a break because it's not hard to be on intermittent fasting. I'm not like really at this point. I'm not really pushing myself too fast. It's something again that comes naturally, um, and I don't put too much pressure on it. I don't I do try to push myself, like, okay, let's push it to another half hour. Let me go take my shower and I'll eat after that. And that will be another half hour, 40 minutes. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna, if I'm hungry at like 9:30, I'll try to push it until 10:30. And I know I can because I've been doing it. So I'll drink some tea, I'll distract myself. And then at 10:30 I feel a little bit better eating. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's very easy to keep going. And if it's too hard for you, you need to take a step back and be like, whoa, 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 let me be more kind to my body. Let me just, because we're already really rough on our body. You know what I mean? So there's no need to put more pressure. It's something that should come to your body, should get on that cycle very naturally. And you want that to be very organic, very natural. So then you can keep this lifestyle for the rest of your life. That's really the goal there. It's to find a natural rhythm that is very easy for you to go back to or to keep for the rest of your life. So yeah, that's that. That is all I have for you guys. It's quite a lot already. It's been an hour and a half. Um, if you guys have any additional questions, let me know, because I am pretty much up to date with all the subjects I wanted to touch on. Um, So yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions on, I don't know, videos you probably saw or things that I posted that you were wondering. I'll be there for another 10-15 minutes, and then we're gonna call it a night so I can enjoy my family and call my girlfriends back. That's been patiently waiting for me to be done. How's Misty? Misty is a pain in my buttocks, but she's doing great. She's doing fantastic. She's just a little bitch, a little female dog that she is. Gosh, when that period is coming, but it's not quite there yet, when the lower back is cramping and the lower belly is bloated, but nothing is happening. The period. Jesus. Can't wait to be done with this part. Have you guys heard about what you call that again? Hormone therapy? I've been following this girl on Instagram. She's like 48 or something. No, she's older. Maybe she's 50. I'm not sure. Because it's a little bit young to go through hormone therapy though. But she's been talking about hormone therapy. And now she has to be older than 48. There's no way. She's like 50 something. Because she's like going through menopause or something like that. And then she was talking about how hormone therapy has been helping her keeping everything together. All right, Donna, have a good one. What's my skincare? My skin is always glowing. It's been fun hanging out with you too, my love. Okay, so my skincare is very basic and simple. Thank you so much for the compliment. And I think that the glow comes from the color of my skin that reflects the light. But I have not, I have a video on my skincare routine that I posted last year, and it's pretty much the same. It's very similar. The only thing that I change is the gua sha. I've been, doing the gua sha massages on a regular, not every night, but almost like often. Do I think that my skin is growing more since? No, it's still the same. But I may have a little bit of tighter, feels a little bit tighter. I see it here. This, what you call this part? This part here, what's it called? La paupière en français. It tends to fall as you get older, like it does this. And I've been like lifting it up with the gua sha. And I think that, it to me, maybe, I don't know, I feel like my eyes are a little bit more open. But my routine is pretty much spraying rose water all over my face, applying either hyaluronic acid on my face before the water dries, so the hyaluronic can take all the moisture in, or squalane. I can't remember something else. I can't remember the name. At night, every other night, I put some retinol. And then I do not use eyelid. My eyelid. Thank you. Rojas. Thank you. So yes, I feel like my eyelid a little bit more lifted. My eyes a little bit more open. Before I did the gua sha, I feel like it was just my eyelid were falling a little bit more. I do not do ice rollers, but I do put my gua sha under cold water sometimes, and I apply it under my eyes. So I would let the cold water run for a little bit. I would take this one that I like so much. I'll put it under the cold water, and then which side is it? I think it's this one. And then I will just apply it like this. And I usually do that in the morning. I would do this, and then I would do that. So after I apply the serum on my face, I will apply my face lotion, which is pretty much my DIY body lotion, which I have a video on my channel, which is like the number one video on my channel. And I let that sit on my face because it's a pretty thick lotion, right? It's not a lotion, it's more like a cream slash butter. But I call it lotion. Sorry, it's just how I am. And um, I let that sit on my face. I let my face the opportunity to suck it in as much as possible. During that time, I get dressed, I do my thing, I do my hair, whatnot. And just before I'm ready to go, or just before I'm ready to put makeup, if I decide to put makeup on that day, which I barely ever do, I take either microfiber towel or whatever, or no, actually, I don't take a microfiber towel. I take the towel that I use for my shower to wipe myself after the shower because it's still damp. And I use the damp part of the towel, and c'est quoi les mots en français, en anglais déjà? I press the towel on my face to absorb the extra oil that was not absorbed by my skin. And it's either I leave the bathroom and I go about my day, or I decide to put a little bit of makeup on. The makeup that I put on is two things I put on: a concealer right here and a little bit of foundation to have the like just to have the same color. And I only put the foundation like around here. Sometimes a little bit of blush, and I'm out the door. That's all I do. Voila, my skincare routine for you guys. All right, I'm staying 5 more minutes. If you have any questions, it's now. And then voila. Voila. You guys, I had so much fun with you guys today, an hour and a half of chatting and catching up. Hope you guys had a good time too. If you're watching this on the rewatch, it's been a while. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without a good video to listen to. Ah. All right, my loves, I don't see anybody reacting. So I'm going to tell you guys good night. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for all the messages in the chat. Don't forget to leave a big thumbs up before you leave. It helps out a lot. And I will definitely see you guys next week with a new video. Good night, Leanne. Thank you for joining. Good night, everybody. Have a good weekend too, Margaret. Thank you so much for all the messages and all the interaction. I really appreciate it. I'll try to do another live stream next month, and I will let you know, guys, when I'll do it. Bye, Jessie. Au revoir. Good night, you guys. I love you, and I'll see you guys next week. Okay? Bye.